Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes in life, starting over feels like the hardest thing in the world. When you've had it all and then lost it, every asset, every dream, every sense of certainty, the thought of rebuilding from scratch can feel overwhelming. It can feel impossible. But here's the truth. Every great success story starts with a fresh beginning. The comeback is often stronger than the setback. And today I want to tell you a story about how a man turned his darkest hour into the brightest moment of his life. This is a story about the power of starting over. The real power of starting over. Let me introduce you to David. He was once at the top of the world. In his late 30s, David had built a multi-million-dollar business from the ground up. He had everything: luxury cars, a beautiful home, the best clothes, and every material possession he could dream of. But as quickly as it all came, it all went away. In a few months, David lost everything. The market crashed, his investments crumbled, and his business spiraled into bankruptcy. One day, David woke up, and the empire he built was nothing but a memory. You might think that was the end of his story, right? That David would be crushed, defeated, and would fade into obscurity. But here's where the power of starting over comes into play. Whenever David lost everything, something remarkable happened. He gained clarity. Without the distractions of wealth and success, he began to see the world in a new light. He realized something critical. All those material possessions weren't the real source of his happiness or his success. They were just the icing on the cake. The real power was within him. It wasn't about the cars or the house. It was about his resilience, his vision, and his drive to build something meaningful. Let's pause for a second and reflect on that. Sometimes, when everything falls apart, we gain a unique perspective. The pressure of keeping up appearances, of always striving for more, fades away. You are left with the most important thing of all, your ability to rise again, your spirit. You see, starting over is not a setback, it's an opportunity. It's a chance to shed the old, to leave behind what didn't work, and to build something that's stronger, more sustainable, and more aligned with your true self. A life-changing decision. Now, I want you to picture David after his bankruptcy. He was at rock bottom. No savings, no safety net, just a man who had lost everything. But what did he do? He decided to take the first step in the most crucial journey of his life. He embraced the challenge of starting fresh. He didn't let his past define him. He made a promise to himself: I will rebuild, but I will do it differently. David knew that in order to come back stronger, he had to learn from his mistakes. He spent countless hours reading books, attending seminars, and surrounding himself with mentors who had been where he was. He developed a new business idea, one that was grounded in sustainability, in service to others, and in ethical practices. He wasn't trying to just get rich again. He was trying to recreate himself. The rebirth months passed, and David's determination didn't waver. Slowly, he built his new business from the ground up. It wasn't easy. There were days when he felt like giving up. But he remembered this powerful quote from Nelson Mandela: "It always seems impossible until it's done." David clung to that. The impossible seemed so real, so tangible. But with every setback, with every challenge, he grew stronger. And then one day it clicked. His new business model gained traction. People began to take notice. His products were different. They were built on values, on integrity, on doing things the right way. Customers trusted him. His brand grew. Slowly but surely, David's new business began to thrive. And let me tell you, this wasn't just about financial success. David became a leader. He wasn't just building a company, he was building a legacy. Fast forward to today, and David is now a self-made millionaire again. But this time, he's not just rich in money, he's rich in wisdom. His life's work is no longer about accumulating wealth for wealth's sake. It's about leaving a positive impact on the world and inspiring others to do the same. David's journey shows us one powerful thing. Starting over is not failure. It is rebirth. It is a chance to rewrite the story, to rebuild the foundation, and to emerge stronger than before. Now let's talk about you. You've already been through the hardest part, the fall. Maybe it wasn't as dramatic as David's story, but we all experience moments of loss, failure, and doubt. But what comes after that? That's what truly matters. I want you to know that starting over is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. You have everything you need inside of you to rise again. The power of starting over is the power of resilience, of adaptability, and of embracing the challenge. It's within you. The only thing you need to do now is take that first step forward. So ask yourself, what's holding you back? What can you shed from your past to make room for your future? You have the power to start fresh. Because if David can do it, so can you. Remember this, it always seems impossible until it's done. Thank you for watching, and I'm excited to see you rise again. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more motivational content to help you unlock your full potential.